Hey guys, welcome back. In the today's session, let us understand the DATEADD function. So the DATEADD time intelligence function is one of the most flexible and handy methods that we use it very frequently in Power BI. So the DATEADD function helps us in traversing us forward and backward with respect to time period. It helps us in finding the total sales after 1 year, or else after 1 quarter, after 2 quarters, or after 3 months. It also helps us in calculating, say, for example, sales like 2 years before the current period, 3 months before the current period, or else 3 quarters before the current time period. So it gives us flexibility in selecting our desired quarter or desired interval of quarter, month, or year, either forwards or backwards. Let us go ahead and understand to the function so that we get better clarity. Now, let us go ahead and create a new measure and let us name the measure as sales 2 quarters ago. So what we do is we calculate the total sales by using calculate function. Having done that, we will be using DATEADD function. Over here, let us go ahead and select the corresponding date filter. As we can see from the tooltip that we have the flexibility of selecting the number of intervals as we desire, and the interval could be with respect to year, quarter, month, and day. Okay, let us go ahead and see what we have. Since it is 2 years ago, we have to go we have to go backwards. That's why I will be specifying it as -2, comma. If we have a look at the interval from the intelligence point of view, as we could calculate 2 years ago, 2 quarters ago, 2 months ago, or else 2 days ago. So we have this flexibility of going backwards and forward only in this function. So this function is very powerful and gives us more flexibility through which we can go with respect to time period backwards and forward. So since we are calculating sales 2 years ago, let me go ahead and select the interval as quarter. So that's it. Let us go ahead and close the DATEADD function. Having done that, I can go ahead and close the calculate as well. So we're calculating total sales with respect to 2 quarters ago. That's it. Got it, guys? Say, for example, if at all I need to calculate sales 3 months afterwards, that will be forward, right? Let us go ahead and try that. As you see here, guys, this gives us sales 2 quarters ago. And that's the reason I don't have anything in the current period. So let's go ahead and scroll. As we could see, we have sales starting before 2 quarters. Till then, we don't have any sales. This was after 2 quarters. So all the sales, whatever we have 2 quarters ago, will be returned in this function. Now, let us do the vice versa, guys. Let us calculate the sales 1 quarter after, or else 1 month after. Let us go ahead and select month in this particular function now. Now let us go ahead and create a measure. Sales. Let us go ahead and put it as 2 months after is equivalent to calculate that we have function. We are calculating total sales with respect to the DATEADD function. Let us go ahead and select the date filter from dates table, comma. Let us specify the number of intervals. In this case, for us, the number of intervals is 2. It would be +2 since we are calculating towards the forward direction. It will be +2. Say, for example, if at all we are calculating sales 2 years after, or 1 year after, 2 quarters after. So whenever we are calculating in the forward direction, it would be plus 2. If at all we are calculating the previous year sales or else previous year profits, whenever we encounter the previous year formula, we would be using it minus 2 or else minus 1. So it would be minus in the backward direction and it will be plus in the forward direction. Since I would be calculating 2 months after, that would be in the forward direction, I mean in the future months, that's why I'll be using it as plus 2. Keep that particular thing in mind, guys. So that is very important. So whenever we are focusing for the future months, we will be using plus sign with the number of intervals, and whenever we will be using in the past years or past months in the past direction, that would be in the backward direction, it will be minus. The interval will be specified as minus. All right, guys. So plus 2 comma, and let us go ahead and select the interval as month as shown in this function. That's it. Let us go ahead and close the DATEADD function. Now let us go ahead and close the calculate function. So what I feel is like this function is one of the best function through which we can traverse both in forward and backward direction. Also, to calculate the previous year sales, this particular function is very useful and helpful, and it is also very easier, right, guys? Okay, let us look at another function that gives us the previous year sales, that is same period last year. But they could be but we have one limitation here, and as it helps us in retaining only the previous year sales with respect to current year sales, and it does not give us the flexibility of selecting different types of intervals as in data function. All right, guys, let us go ahead and take this over here and format it as dollars. So that's it for today, guys. Let us see in the next session and understand the same period last year. Till then, happy analyzing and take care, guys.